Moving on with the Walter Hill box set from Imprint as number 168 in that series, Johnny Handsome. Came out in 1989, directed of course by Walter Hill. This stars Mickey Rourke, Ellen Barkin, Morgan Freeman, Forrest Whitaker, Lance Henriksen, and a host of other character actors that will pop up where you'll be like, I know them, where do I know them from? Johnny Handsome tells the tale of a deformed man who is part of a criminal gang along with his friend. He's kind of coerced into doing a job he doesn't really want to do, but he has an affinity for his friend. He gets dragged along. It goes haywire. Lance Henriksen and Ellen Barkin are two new members of this gang who go haywire, kill everybody. It's a setup, and leave Johnny out to hang.
Shit, talk about hire the handicaps. Why don't you give us all a break? Put a bag on his head.
He gets jailed up for this, in which case Morgan Freeman's police officer turns up, trying to cajole information out of him. Now, while Johnny's in prison, he gets stabbed and ends up in a hospital where Forrest Whitaker's surgeon sees him and says, I think I can help you out. I think I have several procedures that could rejuvenate your life, make you a whole new man. And he does that, turning our criminal Johnny Handsome, a man who has been kind of picked on all his life, into someone that just kind of fades into the crowds. And he begins his life again.
I wouldn't have made you on the street. Can you beat that?
Pretty hard to believe, ain't it?
Because he just can't give up that fact that his friends were murdered by these two psychopaths who seemingly have got away with it. And Johnny will do anything he can to get revenge. This movie is incredibly pulpy, silly, fun. It's 94 minutes, it flies by, it's got great actors and some wonderful action set pieces.
Got something for you, boy!
Get the gate! Get that fucking gate!
And it all culminates in a wonderful graveyard shootout, driving rain, lightning, thunder. You've got Lance Henriksen, you've got Mickey Rourke, Ellen Barkin, all facing off against each other. It's wonderfully astute within the action genre. It's the kind of thing that Walter Hill can do easily. And that's about the only detractable thing I can say about this. It feels familiar at this point. It feels the kind of thing that Hill has done a lot. It doesn't offer much newness to it. Just that nature of these criminals who spend their life by a certain code. Some of them do, some of them don't. We have them vying here with Johnny Handsome, who most definitely has a code. Henriksen and Barkin, they definitely don't, and it just for the money and to do the best from themselves.
Yeah! Oh! Got the gun! I'll blow your fucking head off!
But you see that kind of honour, almost like a kind of samurai, as Johnny goes about his mission, setting things up, looking to get that revenge that he needs before he can move on and become who he wants to be. And I love the kind of dichotomy that's in this, with a man who's struggled all his life with his appearance, with the way people have looked at him, with his sudden thrust into almost averageness of just being another face in the crowd. He doesn't stand out anymore. He finds someone that loves him for him and all these things, and he's struggling to kind of deal with it, and it touches on some of these facets, but it doesn't delve deep enough into it for me, which, you know, it doesn't matter ultimately when you have a kind of revenge thriller here. Like I said, it's only 94 minutes. It doesn't pad anything else onto it. You got some great performances.
You know this badass. You know what he did.
Morgan Freeman keeps turning up as a police officer that's wanting more information, that wants to get the bad guys for the robbery. And he is almost, well, he isn't almost, he is very abrasive throughout the film. He doesn't come across as a character that I really liked. In fact, every time he turns up, he feels almost kind of sleazy, very much so throughout this, which is a weird kind of tact for Freeman. but Johnny Handsome brings the action, and when the action comes, it's terrific. It's worth waiting for. There's a couple of action set pieces which are really kind of interesting, fun, well shot, but like I said, it's the kind of thing that Hull could do with his eyes closed. I loved going back to Johnny Handsome. It was one of those ones that I watched a lot when I was younger. Had a great deal of fun and affinity for it, and it kind of gave me that throwback nostalgia fun trip while I was watching it. Here we are in the disc for Johnny Handsome. Let's go to the special features. You'll see we've got a commentary with author Walter Chaw. We've got another audio commentary with historians Daniel Kramer and Scout Tafoya. Codes to Live By, Walter Hill on Johnny Handsome, is an epic 43 minutes 44 seconds. He seems exceedingly proud of this film, although he hasn't seen it since just after its premiere. He talks about the book, how everything came together, how they changed the script around, how he had a few offers before he actually signed on to this one about possibly taking on this project. We have Wordsmith, an interview with writer Ken Friedman from 2010. This is 12 minutes 39 seconds, again very candid, talking about the process of adapting the book, talking about working on reworking the finale, which he did with Hill as well. Then we have Eye of the Beholder, interview with makeup artist Michael Westmore from 2010 as well. This is 10 minutes 15 seconds. He's talking about how this is such a unique project where he was doing prosthetics that would be on camera, well lit, and had to kind of pass the test of looking realistic. Then we have Action Man, interview with stuntman Alan Graff from 2010. It's 11 minutes 12 seconds. Kind of talks a lot about becoming friends with Hill, how Hill is such a man's man, how he's always striving for realism, and just some good anecdotes. And we have the theatrical trailer as well. And that's the extras for Johnny Handsome. It's not the best in the set, but it's still a strong movie, one I would recommend checking out. I'd love to know your thoughts on Johnny Handsome if you've seen it. Let me know in the comment box below your thoughts, whether you loved it, hated it, fell somewhere in the middle. There is more content up here if you want to see more of my stuff. And in the description box below are links to the Patreon membership program, manvfilm.com, always in which you can support me. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.